Okay, another warm day here. It's Thursday, and the staff got called into work. Yes, at their Mickey Mouse job. That's unreal. Unreal the way they treat people in the corporate world or the new world. Unfreaking real. Okay, this morning, it's another warm day. We woke up to -8, but feels like -13. Oh, that's a bad number. All right, on the yo-yo scale, +18. But feels like +9. You notice that? 18 minus 9 is 9. Pretty smart thinking. I watched Sesame Street this morning before I came out here. And it's dark out here. But I came out here right at 9 to get the sunrise. Can you guys see the pretty colors? I can. Yes, the colorblind guy can see the colors. So it being a warm day, I'll be in the shop today working on the TD9 known as Kijiji. Yes, Kijiji. All right, do we have the yard lights on over there? I can't. Oh, there they are. Yes, that's how dark it is. But the Me phone is correcting the colors. Yes, to make it lighter, brighter, whatever. All right, so we're going to work on Kijiji. Hopefully get them back together. And then hopefully we get some cold weather so we can go to the wilderness. Yes, the wilderness. Yesterday I had a good day in the shop. I haven't even started the stove yet because I wanted to catch these colors because people don't get to see this around the world, especially if you live in a big city. Yes. So no wood stove smoke. The Swedish kid will be happy with me today. Maybe she'll send me a Valentine's card or something like that. Oh, yes. All right. So today we're going to be out of wood over here with those totes. See the totes there? See my finger? Yes. All right. Because we were supposed to haul some wood with the long trailer and the mini hoe and do that family thing. But it didn't work out. But oh well. So I'll now take the mini hoe and then move those totes around and everything like that. So I'll look like one of those dung beetles. You know, those little beetles that roll the poop from the hippopotamus around, you know? Yes, if you grew up reading the National Geographic, you'd understand all about it. That's when the National Geographic was a good magazine, when they showed naked boobies. Yes, that was us enjoying the magazine. Now it is too political crap or whatever. We don't read it or go to their website or anything like that anymore. But I have the memories of those naked boobies growing up. And anytime we seen a National Geographic, we had to look at it and read it and learn about the world. Those were the good old days. Oh, that is the black dirt from the radiator. That's not grease. No, that's black dirt because that rad was full. Yes, that was unreal how full the fins were on Kijiji. But he was a farm cat that came north. Now he's being punished. Maybe that's why he doesn't run. All right. So we haven't heard from Johnny. He must have He must have really used up his ExplorerNet bandwidth. They've throttled him right back. So on January 1st, Johnny will be back on the internet and be able to say, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's the joys of that ExplorerNet. I've had a dish since 2004. I was so glad when we got Elon Musk's dish. But then again, Elon spent his summers in Canada suffering in Saskatchewan on the family farms. Yes, he knows all about party lines, CBC, and suffering. All right, we did one full rotation, and we better get to work because here comes the boss. Okay, this morning on the Wood Stove Smoke channel. Look at the wood smoke going straight up and everything. Oh, my voice there. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe we need some vodka. And over here, we have the exhaust fog or whatever from WHO-ville just in the tree lines. All right. Time to get to work. We got things to do. And a cat to put back together. Okay, we're off to a slow start here. And I'm losing my voice for some reason. Maybe I'm getting the flu or something next. All right, we made a list. Because we're having a shitty day. Yes, a shitty day. It's like the mother-in-law came to visit and she's still here. It started last night with trying to upload the video that I made on YouTube and it wouldn't accept the file. Okay? So I had to go back and remake it. So there's something in the Me phone that's sending out an encrypted code saying that I'm dying or going to commit suicide like the iPod. Okay, so we got the seal out here for the front. You test it on the pulley. Bear with me. Hopefully throughout the day as I drink my titty vodka, my voice gets better. All right, so you check to make sure it fits the pulley, it's the right size and everything. And there's the seal number. And as you can see, this seal in here is very hard and dry. I don't know why. Maybe 80 years. I don't know. Maybe 60 years. You never know. The motor could have been rebuilt. Okay, so over here on my list is the Magneto. I have to make sure that the gears inside are timed to the L mark. Okay, back in 2017 when I did all those Magnetos, I could have been drunk and missed the timing mark. The L means left hand or counterclockwise rotation. That's for the diesel motor, so we'll be checking that out. Okay, and then over here, we've never set the valves on this motor, so we're going to set them there. The book is saying 017 for hot, and we'll do it at 019 for cold, okay? So we'll rotate the motor over. We're not sure how far we're going to get on this today, because this is going to be more of a checking and double checking, because we want this motor to run. Also too, when we did the first startup this year, this injector decided to leak out here, so you just keep tightening these down. So there is a compression brass washer, whatever, down inside, right down in there. So we'll probably be taking that one apart to fix it. Oh, this voice is terrible. Oh, it reminds me of the days when I was married. Oh, well. Okay, so we got the wood stove going. We got some really crappy wood out of the bottom of that tote, but that's okay. As long as we're getting some heat in the shop. Oh, there, just did a poof out the door. Oh, well. Okay, just about lunchtime in the kingdom. My voice is getting worse, but that's okay. I'll drink more vodka. All right, so I got that injector out. I've had these injectors and everything out because I've never seized the crap out of them, and they're hard to get out. I have a puller for the cup or whatever, the mounting base and stuff like that. All right, I'm old school, so I'm not like those other people that can rotate the motor up and down, do this one, that one, this one, and tighten the valves, okay? So I got the bar in the pulley hole there at the front, and I worked it over. So I started at the front, one down, one up, okay? So you can see that one back there is down, and I was feeler gauging this one, okay? So you should have enough talent to hold the screwdriver with one hand and work these two together, okay? Because you can tighten it up and everything, turn the screwdriver, get a nice feel on it, okay? So that's what you want. And I make sure that one's down because I don't have the patience for this stuff, okay? My dad and my grandpa could sit here for hours and fiddle and play around. I have a attention span of 0. Unless it's the Playboy channel, that's it. I can't focus. So I make sure one's down and play around, feeler gauge it, and then double check everything on the way back. So I do it that way. It's old school and it's foolproof, okay? And you always leave your wrench on the one that you're playing with or whatever, easy way to remember. And that's the way I do it. So now the valves have been set on this motor, so we're good to go. Let's have some lunch, and then we'll get the mini hoe out to get some firewood, and then we can get back to working on this cat.
Thursday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 10 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head up into work. I do feel like crap still, and I'm pretty sick, but that's okay. I can't miss any more days. I have to go to work. Now let's let the dogs back in and get ready. Off into the distance here, we even have some ptarmigans in the trees. Got about 4 of them hanging out in the trees there, and then there's some in the snow off into the distance as well. I'll try and get a better video for you guys here in a second. Of course, when I try and get a video of the ptarmigans, they disappear. There was a bunch in the tree here and across the street from the house as well, but as soon as I brought the camera out, they all vanished. Now it's time to get ready and head up to work. I'm pretty sure I'm there until 3 p.m. today, and once that's done, I'll head on over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. 12:30 and I just made it back from work. I'm on my break right now, but I'm going to get the skidoo out and run on over to the kingdom real quickly and go drop off some chicken breasts for my dad's supper tonight and some bread for him as well. I actually work all day today. They asked me to stay a little longer because there's stuff to do over there, so let's get going. Just got back from the kingdom. I grabbed my dad's water jugs and the list so I can grab some sales stuff as well when I head on back to the store. Now it's time to put the skidoo away, let the dogs out, make a quick lunch. 1:30 and I'm just getting ready to head back to work now. I'm pretty sure I'm there right until closing. I'm not 100% sure. I did tell them that I could stay all day, and since I already went to the kingdom, I don't have to go back there. I wonder what my dad will be doing today, but I guess I'll find out when I watch the video later. Now let's get back to work. 4 o'clock and I just came home to drop off a few bags in the water jug. That way when I get off work here at 4:30 close to 5, I don't have to carry everything at once. As you can see off into the distance, we have some ptarmigans in the trees again. I'm sure once I try to get close for a video, they'll magically disappear. Now let's head on back up to the store and finish up my day. Just after 4:30 and I'm home from work. As you can hear in the background, I've already let the dogs out. We even have the street lights coming on and the sun is starting to set. I had quite a busy day today and I am beat. I was going to work on the wood stove this evening, but I am way too tired and still really sick from it. But once I get off work tomorrow, since I only work until 2, I can finish up my day by putting in the wood stove and all the chimney stuff. It was $93 at the store today, but I did treat ourselves to some of these big pizzas. They are bigger than my hand. I'll try and put it down here for you without dropping it. Look how big that pizza is. For only $17, this will last my dad a couple days at least, plus whatever he doesn't eat, the dogs will eat. Now it's time to head inside and do the weather. Just after 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's -8 degrees Celsius, which is 17 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. I do have the weather station set up. I just have to take it over to the kingdom, but I've been too sick and busy with work to do so. But tomorrow I will do it and it'll be set up over there and we'll have some kingdom weather for you guys. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, send off my videos and end my day.
Okay, after lunch in the kingdom and I've had enough pain medication that I can still operate the mini hoe. Yes! All right, so let's scroll this way. The sun is in the south, being blocked by the trees. And we'll scroll this way. Look at this clear sky. This is unreal. It's warm and clear. It should be warm and overcast, and it should be cold and clear. All right, that's the pallet from inside the hoe shack that was all covered with ice when somebody pressure washed the other day. Yes, what a mess that made. All right, so we have the totes over here ready to go. We just have to dig out the pallets that are in the snow. Now I'll set up the me phone in the hoe shack so everybody can see how I attempt to get it out smoothly. Okay, let's see if we have enough talent to take the mini hoe right there. Oop, right there. Oh, hand and eye coordination. All right, right there. And see if we can get 2 totes of firewood out without, how'd you say, making a mess. And I'll put the me phone up by the ramp out there so we can record this great event. Okay, for the new subscribers to YouTube here, to the channel, or the Kingdom followers, this is the hoe shack. The hoe fits nicely in here. We have clothes at the back there to seal up the, how do you say, you'll never get a perfect fit. So we use clothes and everything. That's the weather stripping on the doors. But this is the hoe shack to work on motors and stuff like that. And we have the lovely ladies and memories of 1984 when we were having fun and building hot rods. Okay, to be able to move those totes full, we had to just get them up off the ground and onto the hard packed snow. Okay, we don't know if you can see it, but I'll walk along here with the hard packed snow, and that's why we drag it. I can push those totes right along on the pallet and actually steer it to make the corner to come around to be by the shop here. All right, so that worked out pretty good. We're good to go. Now we'll just take some wood in the shop and we can begin production back on the TD9 known as Kijiji. And also too, the sun is setting. Just look at it go down. Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, my voice isn't getting any better, but I'm going to have to increase my medication of vodka. So let's learn about this Magneto, because we want to confirm everything. And that's what we did. We took the cover off to confirm that I had the right timing, because I was looking in here with a little camera. The timing is correct. So now we know everything is set correctly. So let's learn about this Magneto really quickly on the timing, okay? And I've included a little longer footage of riding the mini hoe, playing that dung beetle, the dung beetle, or the poop beetle, pushing the totes around. All right, let's set the me phone up on the tripod to see if we can get a Magneto snap. Okay, you guys heard that big snap? That's the impulse, and I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the router, whatever. Okay, spins quickly. All right, so a Magneto is actually a generator, and this is the ground wire. It goes up to here, and when we switch to diesel, this is grounding it out. So if this is malfunctioning, we just ground it out with a toggle switch. So if you have trouble with no spark on your Magneto, take the wire off. And then when you do get it running, you have to ground it out to shut it off, okay? So we have this thing timed. There's number one. That's number one. And the marks are correct down here. So let's pop this Magneto off for probably about the 30th time in I don't know how many years. Okay, there's only two bolts to take it apart. This is the impulse. This is what drives, okay? So you got to get this locked into the gears. Oh, hand and eye. Okay. All right. So now I'll switch hands to show you. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. See that? Bang, bang, click, click. This is what it's called an impulse. So it's coming up to number... Oh, use the other finger. Karen will be upset. Okay, this is number one here. It's going the right way according to the arrows. Bang, 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 right? That's what the impulse does. It builds up pressure and then it releases. So that thing's flipped really quick. All right, so that's the problem we're having. If you turn it the other way, okay, like this, that's how you know if you got right hand, left hand Magneto. So a gas motor would be turning this way but locking up, okay? Diesels go this way counterclockwise or whatever. So we have a problem here. We're thinking that when it's cold outside, these little flippers in here aren't grabbing. So what it's doing is spinning like this. So it's actually out of time by, how'd you say? I don't know, quite a bit. I can't see anything what they're doing here. All right, so let's get this apart to see if we have the timing correct. Okay, it's not much to take apart. You take the rotor thingy off and then you first cover right here. And I was in here in 2017, right there. All right. So there's the notch for the rotor. Okay, right there. That's the letter R, and that's the letter L. L is for counterclockwise rotation, the diesel. So R would be the right rotation or whatever, okay? So there's a little notch down in here. I don't know if we can see it. That's how they've marked this tooth. There's a notch at the end of it. All right, so let's see if we have enough talent to turn. Okay, I don't know if this is working. All right, so I timed this one correctly for diesel. All right, so we got the perfect notch in the groove. The L lines up, the notch lines up, so we're good to go. So I'm very pleased. Also too, taking this apart, double checking, it's because I have to know. Just like Clint Eastwood is Dirty Harry, did I shoot 6 bullets or did I shoot 5? And that fellow, the bank robber on the ground, says, I need to know, man. Well, I need to know, so now I know. This has been timed correctly. Where it bolts onto the engines, timed correctly, because we were sticking a camera in that little hole. So I'm quite confident now on this here. Okay, I walked out to the parts trader there, the IH parts trader, and got the Magneto tester. It's just the spacer on, I think one of the cats there, we scrapped her. Strip for parts, I mean. I shouldn't say scrap, because nothing's scrap here at the end of the world. So we welded the nut on here, because we're turning it backwards. Yes, for this to go up, okay, switch hands, we're turning this way, okay? Because you got to remember inside there, I showed you guys the gears, okay, the timing of the gears. So one gear is going one way, the other one's going the other way. All right, let's see if we can get count here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, did you see the spark? I don't know. So you count, it counts out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Go back. There. So there we go. Spark. Back. There. That's what the impulse does. It gives it the snap. Okay. So that gives it the spark. We had this Magneto on in January 2023 on Kijiji, hard starting. 2 and 3 weren't firing. So it's a nice day today. We might as well take that apart and see what's going on, because if this one's malfunctioning or whatever, we can, how would I say, toss it off. We have a spare. We actually have more spares in the trailer, but I don't want to. I want to keep Kijiji's mag on Kijiji. That way, it has issues and issues only. Okay, took this one apart, checked it all over. This is a rebuilt mag, but it's got the old cap on it or whatever. I bought all the parts and stuff like that to rebuild them. If you buy the coil for in here, make sure it comes with the pin inside, because you're trying to pound the pin out of the coil, it doesn't work. So we purchased it, how would you say, the proper way. All right, but we're learning. Okay, so I did it here, and according to the notes here, when it was on Kijiji, 2 and 3 weren't firing. So what I did was I put the spark plug on and went all the way around, and it's good spark. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be loud, if I have enough talent, but you can see the impulse smooths right out once you get it up to speed or the motor's running. All right, so we got a spare mag that we know works, does everything, and I'll write on my notes here that it didn't. But also too, when we're doing this stuff, we're doing it outside. It's cold. So here we are doing a bench test in the shop. It's nice and warm and everything like that. But who says when we go outside it's going to work, right? But that's what I want. That's why we don't work on these cats in the summer, because they are to start and run in the winter. If they don't start in the winter, they can go south to become parade queens. Okay, we're going to put the Kijiji mag back on. We've checked it over. I'll write down on the notes, and same as that one on the bench, I have to write on the notes. All right, so we got never sees on the bolts. And over here, I don't know if we can see it, but that's a nail. Yes, there's a nail. All right, so you load up the impulse. Okay, you turn it this way and stick the nail in. That way it's loaded up. It's ready to snap. You can see that this is here in relationship to the mark there. So now when I go to put it on, let's see if we have talent. All right, this will line up in here. See the notches and everything's lining up, and in we go, in we go, in we go. All right, it's hard to do it there. Okay, see, it fits into the notches there. Now I can take that pin out and then or get the bolts in, jiggle around and play with it, and I have it, how would you say, it works. That's the way the old timers do it, and you use a nail. The old timers didn't have fancy pins or anything like that. A nail. Everything the old timers did, it was common sense and simple. I lost 2 hours this morning because my computer decided to have a hissy fit and it was acting up. So last night I couldn't 3 hours to do a video, and then I lost 2 hours this morning, and here I am fighting with a computer. I wish the computer would say the word fine, and then I know it's its problem, right? But no, I come out here and I'm working on an 80-year-old cat. Well, it's almost 80 years old, and it's simple and it's understanding, and we're figuring out why. These computers today, the new vehicles today, any new equipment today with the computer, you can't figure out what's its issues, okay? So now we can put this together using common sense and a nail. Okay, I got the Magneto on here and I marked it where it snapped, okay? So I put it on, played with it, I rotated the motor back and forth, and that's the precise location where it snapped. So that makes it top dead center for firing on the mag. As I was putting that on, I got thinking I should have bench tested this on the bench with all the spark plugs and everything. So that's why I grabbed the rotor and the cap, and let's go to the workbench. Okay, so we know this mag works, and I put the cap, the rotor, and everything, and the plug wires according to the thing. What we do is we buy the plug wires for the TD18s, and then the shorter ones we put on here and stuff. So that's how we do it. Those are automotive rated spark plug wires. I think they're 350 Chevy or whatever, back when they had the plugs and points and condenser and stuff, not the HEI. All right, it's going to get a little loud, but we're going to have a little light show. It'll be nothing like Nikola Tesla, but here we go. Okay, that worked out good. We had little spark shows at the spark plugs. Now I buff the spark plugs, never sees them, and stick them in, and we can almost call it a day. And then I can drink professionally to try and get my voice back. I don't know what's happening, but just thinking about titty vodka and titties or whatever is keep me motivated. Okay, I got the plug wires back on. The plugs are in and everything like that, so it's all nice and neat and tidy. Plus I marked on it the mag that it's geared correct or geared okay. These spark plugs are 7/8 in diameter. They're the original big ones back in the day. So a good 7/8 socket on a 3/8 drive, which is not common, and a little swivel for the two inside ones. Like that's 2 and 3. They're stuck in there. 1 and 4, you can see them right there. Plus we marked on the mag, and I noted bench tested. So if I go to put it on a cat at 40 below Fahrenheit or Celsius, who said it's going to work? All right, let's go check on the flags. Okay, we're outside here, and I don't see the moon. I don't know where the moon went. Maybe it's like the timing marks on the IH cats. We have the little thingy up there, so it is a clear sky or whatever. I don't know where the moon is. Just like the timing marks must come around later. Okay, let's check on here. I haven't stocked up the wood stove yet because I have to cover the motor, because seems how it's fully exposed. But we know we're done. It's good to know that we got it all corrected. So now if it won't start, it could be the carburetor. That'll be another issue, just like one of the ex-wives. All right, over here, look at the flags. All right. Okay, let's go walk the dogs, drink, make some videos, and then we can try and overcome this sickness that I got. We're going to give a good shots of titty vodka. If not, we'll just do the titties, no vodka. All right, talk to you later.